soaked. But hand sanitizer.
Definitely more of a mist than what I would have expected.
Yeah.
All right, so we are on deck 11. That is where our cabin is. I'm having a hard time with this, and I don't know why. So we're going to be going to deck 7 because we're going to the wake. I promise by the end of this video series, I will have it somewhat figured out on where the heck I'm going.
Hey, Friday morning when we get off, we'll know exactly what floor we're on.
All right, check out the elevator. Isn't it gorgeous? You know, I am a sucker for sea life and coral and anemones. We are feeling a little bit of
Some movement.
movement, yeah. I wanted to say turbulence, but that's an airplane thing.
Wake.
Yep.
Wake.
Wake. And ironically, we're headed to the wake, which is right here. And what I love about this one is it makes an entrance. Look how awesome that is. Look at this beautiful chandelier that they have. I cannot wait to come in here during the daytime for our brunch. Let's get down there and wait and have our table ready.
Hey, I'm going to play some music on that for you.
Please don't.
You sure? Mary had a
You
little
don't-
lamb.
No, and you don't do chopsticks at all.
Okay, all right, I'll stay off of it then.
Are you excited about dinner?
Yes, I'm hungry. Very.
Here we go. We're getting seated. Now, we did get here about 30 minutes before our reservation, which I wouldn't normally recommend, but I thought it was at 9:15, not 9:30. We are here for dinner, and here is our starters. We can also treat ourselves to a raw bar. Anything that would be an upcharge, you see the pricing right there. And then here is our dinner menu. Let me bring it up just a little bit. On the grill, sides, and sauces. I just want to say how impressed I am that you don't have drool coming out of the side of your mouth already.
I'm trying to keep, good composure.
Pardon this brief interruption. I just want to explain how the rest of this video is going to go. Because of the noise and having people so close to us during our meal, we decided to go back to our cabin and kind of do an overview of everything that we really enjoyed. So that is what you're going to see, and then we're going to do some overlay of the dishes that we got to try as we are talking about it. So bear with us. This is kind of a new editing format that we're trying out here, and I hope that you really enjoy the rest of this video, and definitely still highly recommend going to the wake. You're about to see why.
Oh.
So the wake. Oh my goodness. If you like steak, if you like seafood, you've got to go to the wake and have dinner. So good. Ask for Paul. Paul is amazing. He has some excellent recommendations. Definitely willing to talk with you, and just overall great guy.
Yeah,
so,
and his knowledge of the food is just phenomenal because
oh my gosh,
like he made so many great recommendations. So Paul, if you're watching this, thank you. We love you, and we miss you.
Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it.
But yeah, the food, oh God. So let's just start off with the starters.
Yes.
You go ahead and start with yours.
So I went ahead and I got the bone marrow, and I'd never had it before, but when you're on a cruise ship, this is the time to try stuff, because I mean, normally a dish like that, I mean, I know they had it at Epcot last year at one of the festivals, and it was like $12 for like something that was a quarter of the size of what we got. And I thought it was pretty decent, actually. It just, to me, it tasted a little bit fatty. So if you like fatty steaks, I think you would like it. I didn't really have an issue with the texture at all, which is what most people don't like about bone marrow. So I liked it. I mean, I would order it again in a situation like this, but I didn't like it enough that I would order it special off of a menu if I saw it.
Yeah, but it was good though. You enjoyed
No,
it.
yeah, I thought it was
Yeah.
decent.
Yeah,
So I would do it. I would do it again.
I think the whole presentation of it actually being in the bone.
Yeah.
You know, that I looked over and I was just like literally waiting for your expression to be like, oh my god, like it's a bone. Like, sorry, I didn't mean the Valley Girl to come out of me, but you know, I expected that response from you, and you shocked me, and you shocked Paul too.
I know,
We
because
were
he
both-
was waiting.
Yeah, we were like he was standing in behind you, looking at me like thumbs up or thumbs down, you know, and I'm like. It's like Mikey. He likes it. He likes it. You know, that whole situation. But it was funny because I didn't expect you to take to that dish like that, and you finished the whole thing. So
I did.
that was it was amazing. Now my clam chowder.
Your clam chowder
Wow.
looked good.
Wow.
I wanted to make sure I had room for something else though, so I didn't take him up on the offer to try it.
So the clam chowder was awesome. So what really. It was a little different because, like, when you get normal clam chowder, you know, they put a bowl of soup down in front of you, and it's cheesy and you know, all the other stuff that's in it and everything put together.
I wish I'd gotten the presentation of it. I didn't realize, like, what he was doing.
Yeah, and what they do is they set it, you know, the bowl down, and inside of it they have the clams itself and it's pieces of bacon inside of it. Yeah, and oh my lord, was it so good. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead, but you know, inside the bowl, like I'm starting to drool again just talking about it because it was so good. Anyway, they had it in a line, and then what he did was he poured the cream sauce over top of it.
Yeah.
And just a touch of black pepper, and like it was phenomenal. I mean, I'm telling you what, I get a chance to get that again before we get off the ship, I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
It just, jeez, that was so
If that
good.
happens to be offered at brunch, then I might have to try it then.
Yeah, it's definitely well worth it.
Spoiler alert, we're going to be going for brunch.
Yeah.
Okay, so the starters were amazing, so we were really excited for our entrees. Now, Scott, did you want to start us off and tell us about yours?
Okay, so I ordered the filet mignon, okay? And, you know, a lot of different places prepare it a lot of different ways and stuff, but this was a smaller piece of filet mignon. And to be honest with you, I at first I was kind of like, all right, you know.
It was really small.
It was small, but I'm going to tell you what. Don't let the appearance fool you, because it filled me up. So I cut into it.
A lot more.
Oh, cut into it. The meat was so perfectly done. The chef that cooked it, you guys knocked that one out of the park. It tasted so good. You like, sometimes you always want to get like au jus sauce to dip it in and have different things, you know, to
Or
put it with
A1.
A1 or Heinz 57, whatever. This did not need anything. Like,
Yeah.
it was literally that good, that juicy, and that perfectly made. And then you got mushrooms with yours,
Yes.
and I kept sneaking mushrooms from hers to go with mine because, oh my God, did it make that flavor just pop even more. So
Right.
I'll let you talk more about what you got.
Now he's talking about my mushrooms. So they do shareable sides. I had ordered mushrooms because I was like, oh my gosh, I want to have wild mushrooms. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And then I had also ordered the twice baked potato. And so they come in these little like shareable options where you can put it onto your plate and we could each have some if we wanted
Yeah.
to. So he said he was stealing my mushrooms, but I mean, it was for both of us.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, they were great.
Yes. Now, I had the New York strip. Me personally, I think I had the better steak because there was more of it. There was some fatty pieces, but I don't mind a little bit of fat on my steak because I think it gives it better flavor. So I thought it was really good. Another thing, I like my steak like medium, even sometimes a little bit medium rare depending on the place, but I like that pink all the way throughout and have it warm. Whereas Scott is definitely more of a medium well, like very little pink in there. So I do want to make sure that we're making sure you guys know that we do have different preferences when you are looking at our videos. And they did a great job for my steak too. I mean, I had, as Nate from Paging Mr. Morrow likes to say, it was Pittsburgh style. It had a little bit of char on the outside, so I got that, and then it was nice and pink all the way throughout. and it was a phenomenal piece of steak. Again, I didn't have to have anything with it. But the sleeper hit, and I'm telling you right now, the mushrooms, I would order those instead of a steak and just have those as my entree.
Yeah.
They were that good.
Now the twice baked potato that you got.
So that one was different. You actually liked it, I think, a little bit more than I did.
Yeah.
There was a sweet sauce to it. I apologize, I don't have the menu in front of me, but I was expecting it to, I guess, taste a little bit more like how I make it at home, and it had a little bit of a sweeter flavor to it, and it threw me off a little bit.
Yeah.
So, not to say that it wasn't good, it's just, you know how when you have something in your head and you're like, oh my gosh, this is going to taste so good, like I can't wait, and then you take a bite of it and you're like, this isn't what I had in my head. So,
yeah,
it was a bit of a shock.
Yeah, and I agree with you. It when you look at it, and I kind of had it in my head, like your twice baked potatoes that you make, which by the way are freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, I use a ton of cheddar cheese, and
yeah,
it was not cheddar, was the other thing.
Yeah, it was a different type of cheese and a different kind of cream sauce inside of it, and it was really, I thought it was really good. But it did throw me a little bit because I was expecting that real sharp cheddar flavor and stuff, and it just, it didn't have it, and it was really, I'm telling you, it was really good. I'm not complaining about it. It was.
And this is
nice.
the difference with fine dining, because I would consider this a fine dining establishment. You're going to have foods that are a little bit different than what you're used to, because they're doing different spins on it.
Yeah.
And so I think overall, I think it was a fantastic option, and I thought it was really tasty. Would I order it again? Probably.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
Everything so far.
As long as I get my mushrooms.
The starters to the main course.
Desserts, man. Now let me tell you something. This is where Paul really shined for us, because at this point he realized that we like to eat, and for the most part I think we're considered adventurous eaters. So when I asked him for his personal recommendation, he goes, you know what? Get all of them, because they're all fantastic.
Yeah. And boy was he right. He brought all 5 of the desserts out. Now one of them Megan couldn't have. Actually, there was 2 of them she couldn't have, but Paul did a really nice thing and went back to the kitchen and made sure they did not put the cinnamon crumbles on it for Megan, so that way she
because it was the lemon cheesecake. You know how I am about lemon.
Yep. And you love cheesecake.
Yes.
So kudos to him for having that done. And Megan got to enjoy the cheesecake.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, and with the raspberry with it, oh my God. It just, that lemon and raspberry just popped off that plate.
Yes.
Just loved it. But the other one that she couldn't have was the apple.
It's called apple tatin or tatin. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it. Tatin.
Yeah, that one she couldn't have, because I'm going to tell you what, I bit into it, and man, could I taste the cinnamon in it.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it was good. It was good, but it's probably not one of those that I would come back and order again. And me and Paul were talking about it. It really needs, it just needs a little, like a cream on the side of it or something. It just needs something a little extra right there.
Yeah.
It was just totally missing that. But for the most part, I don't think I would order it again. Okay. But the rest of them, oh my Lord, were they good.
All right, now let me ask you this. Which one was your favorite?
I would say out of all of them, the Wake. I like the Wake a lot with that, because in that hazelnut flavor.
The hazelnut was really good with the dark chocolate.
Yeah, not flavor. It's an actual hazelnut. The hazelnut was really good. It
was roasted.
The dark chocolate, and they had a little whipped mousse on the top of it, and that little chocolate, hard piece of chocolate. It was just really good.
The decoration, but it was still very tasty.
Presentation on all of them, phenomenal. I mean, they just knocked it out of the park. This restaurant just totally blew me away.
Yes.
So.
Now, what shocked me so much is...
Sorry.
trying to keep things from moving.
It's not the ship moving, it's us, because we got it up on a stand on our bed here. So.
Yes, because I was tired of holding it.
Yeah.
We're long-winded. But my absolute favorite thing that we had for dessert this evening was the baked Alaska, and that shocked the ever-living heck out of me. Because I've never had pistachio ice cream.
Really?
I am not a big fan of meringue, so every Thanksgiving and Christmas, my mom always makes my sister and me lemon pies without the meringue because we don't like the meringue on top.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, we've been married for 13 years, and that's the first time I've heard that.
Oh, you didn't realize that's why she never puts meringue on the top of any of it?
I never knew that.
Yeah, Heather and I don't like meringue, so Mom never puts it on.
I never knew that.
And again, like, I'm a huge lemon fan. Like, lemon pie is like, and lemon cake. Every year, like when I was younger, my mom would make us lemon cake make me a lemon cake for my birthday, and then make my sister a lemon cake for her birthday because that was our favorite.
Yep.
With the lemon icing, we like that tartness. And so I really expected that lemon cheesecake to be my favorite, but it wasn't. It was the baked Alaska. Oh my gosh, was that good?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. That one was really good, and I'm gonna go one step further. It was my first time having pistachio anything. I've never had pistachio.
Really?
Yep, I've never had ice cream, the pudding, anything. I've never had that. I always shied away from anything pistachio because I always heard that like pistachio pudding, if it's not prepared right, it could kill you, you know?
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, because it's actually, a part of it is actually deadly to humans and stuff. So,
I never knew that.
Yeah, I think I'm right about that. I think that's what it is. But it was just always, you know, one of those things I heard as a kid, and it always just kind of made me like, I don't know if I want to do that or not. But tonight, I sucked it up. I got brave, and I went and tried it. And I'm telling you what,
and he had it half melted by the time he got to it.
And it was so good. So, like, all these years of me being stupid and being afraid, I've been missing out on something really good.
I cannot wait to make the pistachio pudding that has the marshmallows and the whipped cream and all that stuff in there for you, because we're going to have a good time with that one.
I really think the honest truth of what turned me off toward pistachio was the coloring of it.
The fact it's so green.
Yeah.
It's like a mint green.
Yeah, it looks like baby shit.
Well, for the record, that is not the way this baked Alaska looks.
No, it's not. The presentation was so beautiful, and it just looked so appetizing to eat. And like I would go back down and have another one of those too. So
most definitely. So yeah, the baked Alaska was definitely my number one. Followed very closely by the lemon cheesecake. Meyer's lemon cheesecake. That was so good, and having the blackberries with it. Definitely a tart dish. So if you do not like tart lemon, you're not going to like it. But I loved it. Thought it was so great. And then the one that I thought I really liked, like when I was doing the taste testing and stuff of the 4 dishes I could have, I was like, oh my gosh, like this panna cotta that we have, like it was a coconut panna cotta. I was like, man, this is really good. And then I went back and I had some after Scott had some, and I realized I really liked the raspberries and the raspberry puree that they had on the top. I did not like the actual coconut panna cotta that was underneath by itself. It had to have some raspberry with it, so which surprised me because I really like coconut stuff.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, I am not disappointed in this restaurant at all. The Wake is a beautiful restaurant. Great staff, great people there, and, and Paul was the best.
Yes, he was fantastic.
I'll literally hunt that guy down and find him the rest of the week and anything that we do. So like he's cool.
Yes, I'm really hoping he'll be there for our brunch.
Yeah. So if you guys get the opportunity to go to the Wake, ask for Paul.
Yes.
Good guy, real good guy. So thank you, Paul.
Yes.
We
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
so much.
So, but anyway, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So I know that we had some other things that we were planning on doing at the beginning of the video, rather than restarting it and doing something completely different. We are not going to be going to the PJ party. It's been raining off and on, so. There's that whole hurdle, and the fact that we've been up since 5 a.m. or I have, and it is, I'm tired.
Yeah.
So I think we're just going to go ahead and wrap it up. We aren't going to have the PJ party for you guys to see, but that means that you guys have to come and do your cruise on Virgin Voyages
That's
and then
right.
tell us all about the PJ party.
That's right. So when you guys are ready to book that vacation, you need to get a hold of us. We will be more than glad to help you book that vacation and get you down here and get you started on this awesome, beautiful Scarlet Lady. Oh, she is such a beautiful ship. I will tell you
And
what.
beautiful people, and there's definitely a different vibe.
Yeah, totally different. It is unlike anything that we've ever done. So,
Yes.
But anyway, more of that to come.
Most definitely.
Because we have got 4 more wonderful, glorious days on this beautiful ship to show you guys. And we've got parties, we've got entertainment, we've got 2 ports
Shore,
of
I was
call.
gonna say some things to do on shore.
We've got so much stuff that we're just going to be inundated with everything, and you guys get to come along with us. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. We do greatly appreciate it.
Yes.
We are going to get out of here and
Yes, if
go
you
to bed.
haven't done so already, make sure that you are following us on all of our socials. That way you can see all of our current happenings. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so and hit that bell notification button so that you know when we upload new videos.
And as always, are you ready for your next Blown Crazy adventure?
Because we're ready to get you here.
See you guys soon.